in the center of your heart. Feel at the middle, in the center of your heart, like that. That's the home of your mind. When you have your left hand touches your heart, and right hand you touch, it touches at your belly button or your stomach. Feel that. Feel at the belly button. Breathe out through your mouth. And then by itself, by nature, breathe in through your nose. And hold the breathing for a while. And breathe out slowly through your mouth again. Just keep doing like this. Feel at the center of your heart. Feel the smiling. Your heart is smiling. You can say that it is the little smile. For our human beings, we are very fortunate to become the human beings. We have the body that form from the 4 elements. They are earth element, fire element, water element, and air element. So we have the feeling and understand the feeling. Sometimes it causes a lot of suffering. If you understand the process of life of this human being that form from 4 elements, we cannot attach to the 4 elements because this body is always changing, getting age. Since we were young, baby born, now we are grown up. Our life is just changing. Every day is changing. And by the way it is, the life, we have age, old age, sickness. And our sickness sometimes causes a lot of suffering. But we are very fortunate that we can take care of ourselves. Then we learn from the problems, from the sufferings. It is not really the problem or the suffering that can cause us the major problem like that. That's why our greatest teacher, like the Buddha or all other greatest teachers, they say that when the body has problem, the body having some kinds of suffering, then we learn how to have our mind in neutral, in the present moment. At our presence, we can see ourselves, we can feel ourselves. And if you are slowly feel or see or know yourself, and you know what is the cause of the suffering, what is the cause of the ache or the problem. If you are tired, you just rest, relax, and not too long, you will feel better. If you are hungry, just eat, or thirsty, you just drink. That is the simple one, the normal suffering. And if we don't attach to the daily life or anything that is caused so much pain or ache, and sometimes we have to take care of our life, that we have sickness from our organs in the liver, stomach, intestines, or anywhere, even the heart problem. The major problem is the heart surgery or the brain surgery. We are so pain. The person who has that problem will be very pain. It's so painful. And we have to stay with the pain. Even nowadays they have the good medication to take care for the pain. But pain is pain. So we learn how to understand the pain and try to cross over the pain by patience, by holding it. If you meditate, you will use your meditation to having the mind stay away from the pain. It is not easy, but we are trained to be in that way. This is life. And that's why when we have body, the body has problem or have suffering, we learn to cross over the suffering. That's why we learn how to meditate. So the meditation is very helpful for us to feel neutral in the present moment. And we learn how to take care of ourselves, to have less pain, less sufferings, until no more pain, no more suffering. That we have to learn with the meditation and the wisdom. So wisdom will tell us and helping us to understand the processes of the suffering and the way how to end the suffering. That we call the Eightfold Noble Path. The first thing we call to be having the right understanding. Understand the suffering and know the suffering. To know, the first thing is to know your suffering. That the suffering is just like that. It is suchness. Just the way it is. And for the suffering, we have to know. So the know is very important. And when you know it, then you have to train yourself to be free from the suffering. When you are really completely feel free from the suffering, then you know, the knowing that, oh, you understand it, understood it. The know is already understood. And you understood about the cause of suffering. So the cause of suffering, you have to let go. To clear the suffering away, you have to let go. Yes. You understand that the cause of suffering is just like this, the way it is like this. It is a suchness. And you have to let go. And if you really work for it until you know how to and the way to understand it, and you know, oh, I can let go. And I had done it. I had already letting go. And then you are free from suffering. So the end of suffering, the cessation of suffering, it's just like this. It is like this, the suchness is like this. And we have to understand clearly. You are bright. Your wisdom is very bright to understand. And you completely or thoroughly understand. And the wisdom is getting brighter and brighter. Then you are free from the suffering. So the end of suffering, or the cessation of suffering, that you have done it. You did it. And that because of you know the way how to end the suffering. To end the suffering, there are the ways. First, to understand it by this way, with wisdom. That the first thing the teaching is about the wisdom. To understand clearly, thoroughly about the suffering, cause of suffering, the cessation or the end of suffering, and the way to practice to end all the sufferings. So the wisdom keeping up brighter and brighter until you are really understand clearly, thoroughly like that. So the suffering is not the problem for you at all. When you have the wisdom to understand this way, so you know how to let go everything from abiding of the sensation of the present, of the happiness. I love happiness, but it doesn't stay long. So you have to let go and understand to the middle path in a neutral way, to become the neutralized. Then you learn how to understand, not to go to the strong way, extreme way. Then go to the middle path and understand the middle path. The wisdom just arise and stay free from the from too strong and too slack. That is the way of life. That is the very meaningful for us to understand with wisdom. And you know how to be free from the suffering by having the mind above of good and bad, of liking and disliking. When the mind is above that, that means you are not attached to the liking or detached to the disliking. The mind is free from that. Then you understand, oh, we have to have our body and the mind be clean. So we have to speak by the very right speeches. learn to have everything is right. When we have the right thought, so with speaking out is the right speech. When we act, it's the right action. And we work with the right livelihood. That's what we call discipline. So wisdom create for you to understand, for all of us to understand, to discipline ourselves, to be in the right way, right view, right thought, right speech, right action. And then we have understand about the way to get into the right concentration. We have to be having the patience and effort. We have the right effort. What is good, what is right, keep doing to get it better. And something that is better than that, but we never do it, just do it and work on it. Have your effort to finish it, to get to that level, to get the level of success. And whatever the bad things happens, we have to learn about, to stop doing all kinds of negativities. And the negativities that having already, you let go everything. So you have only to do the goodness, all kinds of goodness, and the new goodness. You have to understand about the right effort. You do it right. Then you know about, when you do it right, then now you know the concentration about the body and understand the body. This body just keep carry on like this. It is impermanent. It never stay long. And you have sufferings from the body. And you become neutral with the body. The physical body, don't attach to it, take care. So you have to understand about the body is not belong to you. It's getting age, sickness, and sometimes you cannot control it. When you understand about the body, when your mind is clear, your good concentration, your mind is free from the feeling of the ache or the pain or the suffering of the body. The mind is above of the feeling of that and not attached to the body. And take care of the body as it is, the way, good, and understand to control the feeling of the suffering and not the suffering until the mind is free from the feeling and the body is disappear from the feeling of attachment and detachment. You become the neutral and understand the processes of the body. And even the body is sick or not sick, your mind still remains the same. We call it a neutral mind. And see and understand the body. The physical body is just like that. It's old age, sickness. And it's a non-self, not belong to you. When you keep practicing like that until your mind is really not attached to it, but you take care as good as you can do. And it's not easy. So we learn how to overcome this by exercise or doing some activities like meditation, then the mind is free from the feeling of attachment of the body, physical body. Then you can see that this body is just like that, just a suchness. It's called the body in the body. And the feeling, same thing. When the body good, you are happy. It's no good, you are unhappy. Then you feel the neutral between good and bad, above of good and bad, until the feeling doesn't harm you or hurt you. And you feel neutral all the times. That we call you are free from that. And it is non-self. It is not the self at all. When you feel that it is the suffering of the feeling through the pain and no pain, until you understand that the feeling in the feeling. And the mind, also sometimes, the mind has greed, hatred, and sometimes it's delusion. But when you practice this way, the mind is in the neutral. And with the mano that you're having, mano is a teacher or the boss of the mind, can help the mind to control the self, and the mind having the right thought, right view, the mind having wisdom and the bright light, the mind can become in the neutral, and the mind is trained until very calm, very peaceful, and the mind is free from the attachment of self and non-self, of itself, outside and inside. And it becomes like clean mind and happy mind, and above of the good and bad. That we call the mind in the mind. And when you understand that all this, the mind and the mano, understand about all the things we should not attach to. It's always not belong to the self and become non-self. And is it always happened and it is ended. It never stay permanently and cannot attach to it. And above of good and bad, right and wrong, and permanent and impermanent. And the mind is stay away from that and understand that the only way that to practice this way is the Eightfold Noble Paths, and not attached to the feeling or those. Even the wisdom to understand this happen, we call Dhamma. Dhamma is a teaching to be free from the suffering. When the wisdom is brighter and enough and get over all the feeling of righteousness above of good and bad and wrong, then feel that you cannot attach even the Dhamma way. Just understand it and happy with it, with the middle path. That's we call Dhamma in the Dhamma. Then you get a good concentration and feel about, oh, this is a self that happens, until your mind is not having any thoughts of outside world, just only inside your body and mind. And the body and mind is now settled down, of the body in the body, feeling in the feeling, mind in the mind, and Dhamma in the Dhamma, means the righteousness in the righteousness is not attached to anything. Above of attachment and detachment, become oneness and feel the calmness inside, in the body and in the mind. Right now you are touching your heart. Feel that. Feel the center of your heart. That's the mind. Feel the mind is smiling. You feel the calmness. This we call vitakka. And understand clearly. And the mind is settled down from the feeling of touching it, knowing it, and free from it. And above of knowing and free, the mind is free from that, liberate from that feeling, vitakka vichara. And you will feel so free and so happy. The happiness just happened to you, to the one who practice this way. And you feel the smiling is getting brighter and brighter. When you let go everything by itself, then the mind is free and liberated. Then the piti or the bliss just come up. You will feel goosebumps, or sometimes tears come out. Sometimes you keep having tears come out, and you feel the goosebumps, and you feel the bright light in you, brightening inside. The whole part of your body is brightened. That's a piti or bliss. The blissfulness arising, you feel a lot of happiness in you. And you can feel the lights brightening from inside and brightening outside the body, like the aura. You can feel the aura around you. And it just keep brightening out, far away from your body. That aura. That's because of the bliss, bliss of piti. And the aura just brightening out until it's ended. Then the brightness just slowly getting smaller, and come in oneness in your heart, bright inside. And you feel so calm, so peaceful, so serenity. The meaning of serene, bright light in it. And you feel that the whole body is free. The mind is 75%. You will feel very lightly about your body. The body is just very free until the mind has been having the bright light in it, and the light is sinking down like you are diving the water down deep into the bottom of the river, of the ocean, of the pond, like that. But the first time, it's not easy to touch the bottom of the pond. It keeps coming up. That we call one-pointedness or equanimity. The one-pointedness will come up, become the oneness in your heart. We call sukha Sukha means the happiness. Bliss is the piti. And the bright light shining out, fully shining out, brightening out around your body, that we call bliss. And then finish, then it will done to the base of it, then it just come back, rolling back, pulling back into the mind, become oneness in the mind. Until the mind is very trained enough and it's going down deep, like deep into the bottom of the river, or the bottom of the pond, or the bottom of the ocean. It depends on how you practice. And you feel the bright light. At this time, you didn't feel the body at all. You only feel the mind itself is brighter and brighter until it is the brightest one. Really bright, like hundred of bright lights. This we call the equanimity, or the one-pointedness. This we call the deep meditation. We call the right concentration. So this is about the process of the right concentration. And you come back to normal life. Come up to become like happiness. It's only oneness in your mind, in your heart, and become the bright light again. Until you become normal. When you open your eyes, you feel that you are so relaxed and so free. If you are having sickness or any kinds of sickness, this feeling of the bright light, that brightening, is healing your sickness. Your sickness is gone. So that's why I tell all of you that when you practice meditation, you can go deep meditation like this. You can heal yourself. So the mind will take care of the body. But for us to practice about this way, then we come to the nature. Open your eyes and see the outside world. When your eyes contact to the form, your ears listen to the sound, and this time the mind doesn't attach to the form of the liking and disliking, is above of that. The ears hearing the sound of liking and disliking, the ear doesn't disturb. The feeling is very neutral, and feel no suffering disturbing the mind at all, but still feel the bliss happening, really bright bliss happening in you. That we call piti sampojhong. So it is sampojhong means you are really having insight meditation. And I just tell you the shortcut about this. Because we must have right mindfulness. We call sati sampojhong, or right mindfulness. And it's very bright. And even you are opening your eyes, your mindfulness is strong and above of good and bad, of right and wrong. So anything outside will not disturb your mind. No suffering like that. But you feel and know it. Like hot, you also know hot. Cold, also you know cold. But the mind doesn't have suffering. And it has more wisdom, brighter wisdom. So the bright wisdom will take care of the self and know how to take care, how to deal with the self. This is the way of we call insight meditation, because you have mindfulness of yourself. But this mindfulness of yourself, you don't need to control. You walk, you know that you are walking. You see things, you know that you are seeing things. You're moving your body, you know that you are moving your body. When you eat, you drink, any action, speeches, thought, sitting, standing, walking, lying down. You know yourself, but in a very natural way and natural process by itself, by the way that you have wisdom and understand thoroughly, clearly about your life, your body and the mind. It's called, you are mindful of yourself, it's called Sati Sampojong, and understand the things happen, understand clearly to the things from beginning to the end of it, and no doubt. Clearly understand, thoroughly understand. We call Dhamma Vicaya. And it's keep on doing, working on it by nature itself. Dhamma Vicaya Sampojong and become Viriya Sampojong is working by itself. It's having the effort by nature, and it's a right effort. When the effort carry on and you feel so happy, the bliss is very full of the bliss, and you are so happy. Your body is very light. The feeling is very light. And you feel that you don't have anything that disturbs your mind at all. And you feel so bliss, a lot of bliss in you. Bliss, very blissful. We call Piti Sampojong. And then you feel so relaxed and free, so calm, so peaceful. That we call Passathi. And it is having good concentration. And it's always concentrate with the oneness. The mind not flickering out to attach or detach anything at all. Become right mindfulness and become right concentration. We call Samma Samadhi. Samadhi Sampojong. Become nature like that. Samadhi means meditation. It's the right meditation into the natural way with the wisdom. And become Ubekha Sampojong. Means you feel equanimity, you feel oneness. And it become one. No suffering can hurt that person at all. Ubekha Sampojong. This is just shortcut telling you about that. So feel at your heart. Feel in the center of your heart. You can feel that now your body is bright enough, warm enough now. Feel and know yourself. Feel the bliss in you. You are smiling. Your heart is smiling. And your heart is smiling with you, and you are smiling with your heart. The body and mind are smiling. You will feel so peaceful, so free and relaxed. And you know yourself clearly now. Oh. Feel yourself, know yourself that the energy from heaven down to you. During I was talking from the beginning, energies are flowing to you. You must have the right understanding, have the right view and right thought. Feel about yourself, know yourself, feel the oneness. You will feel the smiling is very happy, happy smile. Feel the whole body from head down to toes. You feel at one spot, at your heart. You can feel your head down to the bottom, to your feet. Just know yourself in one spot. When you do not control our body and the mind, you can feel your body is very free, and the sensation is very free. Your intuition is also very free. Feel the vibrations inside your body. Some of you can feel the vibrations inside and outside your body too. And feel the energies of the 5 element energies are circulating in your body, in the organs. And I would like you to practice this, training yourself to know the true self. This is the way for you to know your true self. And you do not attach to yourself. Even your body is sick. When you do not attach, the mind is very free. And the mind has power. The strong energy, the strong power will take care of the body. Some of you can feel the bright light in all the chakras, in all the organs, from head down to toes. Feel the happiness in you, the smiling, the freedom in you. You liberate your mind from the suffering. This is the way to train. Even today you are not really get it, but this is what I tell you to train yourself. We have to practice with the life practice. That's why when we're making the prana or the energies, we call life force. Life force is for practice from the life. That means you are really put your body and mind become oneness and really go in this way, training yourself with the right wisdom, right consciousness, and understand about the discipline by itself, the natural discipline. That means you do it right by the nature it is. And also, when you do like this, your good concentration, it becomes by itself. It's kind of like if you go to the beach, from the on top of the sand, the beach, you're walking down, it's slowly deeper down to the bottom of the ocean. This is the way that's going to deeper into meditation. Getting wiser. More wisdom happen until you feel the brightness, the real wisdom in you. Feel from head down to soles, you are bright. Feel the bliss in you. You have a lot of bliss in you. Bliss in Pali language we call piti. During you have bliss, your eyes are open and you feel and understand clearly. That we call piti sampochong. Or the right bliss. The righteousness of the bliss. Please do your prayer, praying for yourself. May I be well, be happy. May I always be free from suffering. May I have wisdom, bright light in me, to free myself from the suffering, from all kinds of difficulty, with the wisdom, with the righteousness. and pray for your family, to your beloved one, to all of them, and forgive to those that have done wrong to you, and always love and care with the clean love. You can take care of everything. When you have the clean love, you forgive all those whoever have done something wrong to you. When you forgive, the forgiveness will clean you out. You will feel so light and easy. Feel and know that I will not take revenge anyone. No revenge or avenge to anyone. I always forgive you. I will not do argument to you. I will not do any wrong by bad speeches to you. I always having my right speech, right action, and right thought to you. Share this message to your family, to your beloved one, and also to your parents, to your siblings, to all of them. They are good or they are bad, you just pray for them to be good. From your goodness, pray for them. And this message share to your friend, all the friends, good friend and all the friends, and the friends at work, and all the friends everywhere. And this marriage share to the whole sentient beings, to all over the world, for peace and happiness prevail on earth, and to Ukraine war. Sappe Puttha Palappata Pacchekanan Yang Palang Arahantānaṁ ca te cena rakkhaṃ panthamī sapphaso. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful, free from enmity and suffering. Whatever merits we have done, these merits be shared by all. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.